A good way to start your morning with the Good Morning Africa show on Housing TV Africa. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. On the show today, our discussion segment is centered on why you should insure your property and the vital role of property insurance. But before then, I Can Make It is on standby to give us our usual charge for the day. I am Mimuna Bagudu. We'll be back shortly. Stick around.
Hello, you are welcome to I Can Make It. What a joy to come to share thoughts with you. I'm so happy we are live. You remember our last edition? I was talking about life. It's a journey. It's not a 1 meter dash. There are so many challenges that come our way. If we are patient and willing and obedient, we will eat the good of the land. You are not a mistake. God created you for a purpose. And because you have purpose to fulfill, God protects you, guide you, and deliver to you your portion in the land of the living. But a lot of us along the line, we cut short our life by our behavior, by our character, by the things we do. So life is not a 1 meter dash. A lot of us need to learn to delay gratification. Like our last edition, if you follow us, I was sharing with you about a man that went on a journey to serve so that he can take care of his family. And as he went, where we stopped last time, when the boss told him, I'm not going to give you money. I want to give you 3 pieces of advice in life. And if you follow it in your journey, you will arrive. And I want to say the same thing to you today. In your journey, you will arrive. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. You don't need to kill yourself. There is nothing that you are going through in life today that is new. The only thing that is new is that you are just new in this environment. That is why when young people tell me, oh, you are old school, I only laugh. I tell them you are the new student. You are welcome to I Can Make It. Now, never take shortcut in life. The master told him, never take shortcut. Shortcut will cut short your life. Then the number 2 thing the master told him, never be too curious towards evil. He said, because that curiosity will lead you to a dead end. Number 3 thing the master told him, never make decision in the moment of anger and pain, for you might not be able to reverse it. Now, in the journey of life, this young man got in contact with all these 3 things as his journey in life. I want to continue the story. And after giving him the piece of advice, the boss said to him, you hear what I have told you. These 3 loaves of bread, I'm going to give you 3 loaves of bread. You are going to eat one of them. And number 2, you are going to eat one of them as you go. And as you journey, you eat another one. So you eat one of them now. Then as you take this journey, you eat another one. When you get home to your wife that you have not seen for the past 20 years because you came into this journey so that you can make money, so that you can work and give your wife a good life. And he said you open the 3rd one and you are going to eat the last bread. Now, as this young man take his journey, while he was going, he on his way, and the journey was going to take him 20 days. And as he began to move on his way, 5 days into the journey, he met a man along the way. What did the man tell him? The man tried to show him a shortcut. The man told him, why are you going to go through all these things? Because a lot of our young people today, shortcuts have cut short their life. If you go to our correction center, you see a lot of young people, they are there in regret. You see a lot of our young ladies, they are entering into incurable disease, STD, so many things that is happening. The reason why these things happen, because they don't learn to delay gratification. Let me tell you something. The difference between you and anybody is time. So take your time. Take your time is not an insult. It simply means get focused. Pursue your goal. Pursue your dream. You can make it. God did not create you. You didn't escort anybody to this world. It does not matter what is happening. You can succeed. And this young man came in contact with another man. Said, why are you going to take this journey for 20 days? Come on now. We can make this journey in less than 5 days. You will be at home. As the young man turned back to follow that man, he remembered what the master told him. Don't take shortcut. And the man came back and continued in this journey. That's number 1 hurdle. And while he was traveling, he came into a place he needed to lodge. He needed a place to lodge to rest. while he was in the lodging place in the night. At about 2, 3 o'clock in the midnight, he heard a very sharp noise. That noise was heavy. He woke up from the sleep and he was trying to run outside to check what was happening. Then he remembered what the master told him. Don't be curious. A lot of people, you are too interested in so many things that is not interested in you. Curiosity have landed a lot of people into so many things, inexplainable things that they find themselves in life. In this journey of life, like I said, it's not a 1 meter dash. You just need to be patient. Don't be curious. And this master told him, don't be curious. And instead of you to run outside that night, he remembered and went back and stayed back into his room. You know what happened? In the morning, the guests came and saw him and said, what's happening? He said, I want to leave. He said, did you not hear the noise last night? He said, I heard the noise last night. He said, why did you not come out? He said, well, I wanted to come out, but I just changed my mind. You know what the man told him? The man said, every guest that have lodged into this place, they never leave here alive. They never leave here alive. He said, because there is one man there. Every time you will make a very sound noise, and if you go and check, you will be graveyard ready for going to check. Curiosity have landed a lot of people into so many problems. I tell you, life is a journey. It's not a 1 meter dash. You can make it if only you learn to delay gratification. Take into cognizance the things you have been told. It was Isaac Newton that said, if I have seen above, it's by standing on the shoulder of them that have gone ahead of me. If you listen, you will learn. When you learn, you will lead. And when you lead, you will arrive at your destination. You can make it. Then the third one that happened to him along the line, while he traveled this journey. You know, in the journey of life, you need to learn to be patient. Patience will bring you into your inheritance. Patience will bring you into so many things in life. Let me tell you something. You don't go to compare yourself among other people. They that compare themselves among themselves are not wise. I want to tell you today, you can make it. I want to also welcome you. Our next edition, I will continue with the story. Until I see you in our next edition, don't forget, this is Simon and Semota saying, you can make it. God bless you.
Welcome back. It's the Good Morning Africa show on Housing TV Africa. Now, your property is more than just a structure. It's an investment for your future. Whether it's your home, business, or rental property, safeguarding these assets is crucial for financial security. So today on our discussion segment on the Good Morning Africa show, we'll be looking at protecting your investment, the vital role of property insurance. I have a guest with me here in person of Chijioke Nwafor. He is the Managing Director, Crystal and Diamond Insurance Brokers Limited, and also a governing board member of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB. It's a pleasure to have you today on the Good Morning Africa show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So, property insurance. I don't want to say Nigerians are guilty when it comes to insuring their property. But, you know, with the current season that we're in, the Harmattan season, we've had cases of, buildings being razed with fire. There has been either gas explosions or just minor accidents here and there. But before we, spread our wings into all of these spaces in the insurance sector, first things first, what is insurance?
Thank you very much, Emuna. Insurance is simply defined as a risk transfer mechanism, but that's just the grammar aspect of it. To break it down is the fact that you have something of value. And if you continue to have that thing, you continue to enjoy the benefit of it. But if it is destroyed, you'll be hurt, both financially and even comfort. And that risk of losing it or getting it damaged is the risk insurance takes away from you. On the payment of a little money called the premium, insurance will guarantee you that if this item of interest to you is destroyed, we will replace it or give you money to replace it. If it is damaged, we will fix it. That is the essence of insurance. That's just the bottom line.
That's just the layman's
understanding of insurance. Yes.
Very good.
Somebody that is taking a burden, the fear of losing something of value from you, just like a token, they charge you, and if that thing is destroyed, definitely insurance comes back to fix it for you.
But with this layman,
and restore you in that same position you were before the loss.
But with this layman, just the layman definition which you just gave us about insurance, you said it, that little premium token you pay.
Sure.
But why is it that as little as it is, a lot of people don't really want to, take advantage of insuring their properties?
Well, can I say it had to do with so many things? Our culture, our belief, and the insurance is actually foreign to us in terms of, though we had our own form of insurance even before the white men came, but we were unable to develop it. Though we had to, make do with that which the white men introduced to us. It's just because of awareness. Awareness is, I told one of my friends one day that, look, to insure a 1 million naira item against fire, you need to pay only just 2,500. He said, what? I said, yes. Because they don't know. The awareness is what we've been carrying out both by the regulator, National Insurance Commission have been every time doing roadshow, trying to sensitize people, doing television programs like this and radio also, to tell the world that, look, the Nigerians, that you can actually transfer those burdens to insurance. Look at that building that collapsed in Lagos, I think Ikoyi some time ago. Look at the NSAS that happened. Look at so many, even in Abuja here about 2 weeks ago, we had a building collapse somewhere. And all those losses can actually be transferred to an insurance company, okay? And you just sit back, have confidence. Benefits of insurance gives you confidence that whatever happens, I'm coming back to business. Whatever happens, I'm not going to lose this particular thing of property of interest. You understand? That is just it.
So let's look at the type of insurance, because we are actually sensitizing the public out there for them to know that, yes, it is very, very important and it is vital for them to insure their property. So we're going to take it step by step. So let's look at what are the types of insurance that we have.
Wow. We have insurance, the Insurance Act, it divides insurance to life and non-life. Okay. The area of interest to this our discussion has to do with the non-life aspect of it. And in non-life has to do with property, okay? Property, liability, like this is a business premise. You're supposed to have insurance against anybody coming in here and getting himself injured. Okay, that one is really shining our insurance law of 2003 that you must insure it against bodily injury or damage to property to any lawful visitor coming into your premises. Person can trip on your staircase, so anything can happen here, the person is injured. You are liable for any injury that I'm your visitor here.
Of course.
If by no fault of mine I'm injured in this place, you have a property liability of taking care of me. It's a liability policy. So such things are also part of, but let's concentrate on the buildings. Most of the time we hear Hurricane Helena in US, okay? Katrina and all that. And we watch on television the magnitude of destruction that this hurricane, will leave behind in those places. And yet you see them coming back.
They don't shout to government to come to their aid. The only aid the government gives them is immediate aid, maybe because they may not have food or temporary shelter. They keep giving them all that support. But in the long run, insurance comes in there and makes sure that they are all back, get back their houses by indemnifying them, putting them back, fixing their houses, and for them to go back. We don't have that much. There are pockets of buildings that are insured here and there. But insurance is so cheap that anybody who has a building can afford to insure it. It's not expensive. It's not expensive to pay 25,000 naira for a 10 million naira policy. It's not expensive. It's not expensive to pay 250,000 naira for 100 million naira policy. It's not expensive. It's something we can afford. It's one of the cheapest policies is the insurance of building. And the insurance covers everything. There might not be fire, there might just be ordinary tornado, tear your roof. It is a claim. Insurance will come in and fix it. It can, maybe a tree will just, out of the wind, fall on top of your building. Insurance will come. Anything has to do with the building. When there is riot and the building is destroyed, insurance will come in. I tell people, if minus insurance, the loss that the Nigerians suffered during the NSAS, especially corporate organizations and government agencies, was enormous. But silently, insurance took care of all those for all those people that insured their property. They were all indemnified. It's a plus. You understand? So I try to encourage Nigerians wherever they are. Whatever that is worth having is worth insuring. And whatever that is worth insuring also is best insured through a registered insurance broker. I will tell you why.
Okay, good.
An insurance broker is that middleman between the insurer and the insured. We are professionals. Professionals in the sense that they have, we have the technical know-how. Nigerians don't know how to read. Okay, they know how to read, but they don't like reading. Most people will see an insurance policy, is fire, they will dump it there. You need to read every clause, every condition. That's why most people say insurance won't pay. No, any insurance placed by any broker, they must pay, because the broker takes time, read the policy terms and conditions, make sure that it suits his clients before accepting such a cover. So whenever there is a loss, you don't even need to disturb yourself. You go tell your broker the loss has occurred. The broker takes it from that point and process it until you get your money back. And the most interesting part of it is that the appointment of a broker is at no cost to you. Yes, it has no cost. Very, very. The only professional that you engage without paying is just part of that awareness. So if you want to insure your building and you call your insurance broker, you tell her, okay, this particular building, if you put it for maybe 20 million, or the common mistake people do is you take up a valuation report given to you by a valuer that this building is valued for 250 million. And you want to buy insurance and I want to insure for 250 million. If I'm your broker, I'll tell you no. I'll read the valuation report, remove the value of land, because land is constant, and only insure the structure. But you, because you don't know, you can lift the valuation report and place the insurance like that. But a broker will tell you no, land is constant, nothing happens to it. Even if there's fire, the land remains there. So let us remove this so that you pay less and take the value of the building itself, the building on the land, and insure. I hope you got it. Now you get the value up. Now, secondly, there are some conditions in the policy that an insurance broker understands better. They will tell you something is a warranty. Between you and I, the elementary knowledge or the literal interpretation of a warranty is somebody guaranteeing you something that will give you back. But in insurance, it is not the same. A warranty in insurance is that certain things must be in existence and continue to be in existence throughout the policy. For example, warranted that all these floodlights must be switched off at the close of work each day. If you fail to do them and there's a loss as a result of this, insurance will not pay you. It's very, very strong. It goes to the root of the contract and render this void a breach of it. So these are the area the broker will keep hammering. Even advise you to place something by the door that the last person that lives there will know that this light must be switched off every day. These are ordinary things. An example of what an house owner who just go to insure and get a polished document will not be able to interpret. If you interpret it using your knowledge of warranty, you will not get the intent. Yes. There are other conditions. Apart from that, an insurance broker will also help you. If you have people, I go to offices, I see, and some residential buildings, I see fire extinguishers. People buy fire extinguishers and keep. As a matter of fact, in one of the plazas I visited, somebody packed all the fire extinguishers in one place and packed them there. Insurance will also help you to tell you where to put it. I went to a friend's house and I saw inside his kitchen where he placed a fire extinguisher there. I said, what's that? I said, fire extinguisher. I said, yes, nice to have a fire, but it's not supposed to be in the kitchen. Because since the kitchen is the most likely place where the fire will start from, why will you put the fire extinguisher there?
That's a good one.
So you need somebody who knows, who has the risk management knowledge that will tell you, okay, put it at the entrance of the kitchen so that if there's fire already in the kitchen, somebody going in there can approach the fire extinguisher, then attack the fire. Or if somebody is inside the kitchen and there's fire, a person can run out, pick it from the entrance and go in and attack the fire. These are other services that insurance is going to provide for you. Insurance will tell you how to wire your house. If the wires are too clumpy, they say no. That's electrical, that these are likely to give you danger. We know, and even in the purchase of fire extinguisher, what do you use? If I come into your house, I know there are 3 types of fire extinguisher. We have the powder, the water, the CO2, even sand. Because fire has just 3 elements, 3 ingredients that make fire: oxygen, fuel, and heat. If you eliminate any of them, fire will go off.
Of course.
That's why if you're frying anything and there's fire on the fire pan, all you need to just take a tray and cover it. By so doing, you have eliminated oxygen, the fire will go off.
Of course.
So these are part of the knowledge, additional service, additional information, additional benefit of insuring, because it is a win-win situation if at the end of the day, you don't suffer any loss. You will continue to enjoy, and insurance won't pay you anything. So insurance will do everything to make sure your risk is good. Tell you all those things that are likely to cause losses to you, and also you'll be able to protect them. So those are the additional benefits of insurance.
I'm so excited that we're having this conversation today.
Thank you very
because
much.
a lot of people will tell you that, oh, is it not just to insure? And I don't think I want to go through all those stress. This insurance company, they also have their own. At the end of the day, they come when there's an incident. It takes a very long process for them to check and then pay attention to you. But I love the fact that you're stating it step by step to let people know that an insurance broker is very necessary.
Sure.
Good one. So now let us look at the property aspect, how vital it is for us to ensure our properties are insured. Recently in Abuja, we had 2 fire outbreaks. We had one in Gwarimpa, a fitness center that caught fire. We also had one in Wuse, I think Wuse 2 or so, a restaurant that caught fire. And well, we don't know if those buildings are actually insured,
Sure.
but if it's not, they are lost. So let us look at that vital role. Why is it very vital for us to insure our properties?
First of all, like I said earlier, anything that is worth having is worth insuring. You can imagine the situation we find ourselves in the country today, what it takes to replace a building.
It takes a lot.
What it takes to replace a television set, even this chair you're sitting on, even the laptop before you, what it takes to replace them. So, and there are other pressing needs around you, also in addition to whatever anybody is facing. So, the need to insure cannot be over, especially at this critical time of our nationhood. You must insure, because if you have a building that cost you about 100 million to build, so 30 million, 40 million to build some 3, 4, 5 years ago, today 100 million can hardly put up such a building.
Yes.
So if you don't insure it, then that's where the problem is. Okay? I know your organization keep promoting housing, and it is better for one to have a roof over his head than not having one. And whenever you have one, you want to pray that that one remains, because if you lose it, there'll be a big problem trying to put it back. So the best thing for you to do is to ensure that that building that you have, be it a flat, be it a room self-contained, be it a studio room, you must insure it. You must insure it. Insure the building, insure the contents. Because by so doing, you are saving yourself a greater agony tomorrow should anything happen to it. Insurance company, in addition, will help you to make sure that nothing happens to you, because they will, at every intermittent, they will just come, they will come to your place, they want to come and carry out a survey. If it's a business problem, they want to come and look at your housekeeping. Do you pack papers somewhere? Is there anywhere you can get a naked fire, a naked wire anywhere? They look at that to help you. That having a naked wire is not going to help you, because we are, even if insurance pays you in the long run, when there's a loss, you are still going to suffer some huge inconvenience by maybe not having a roof over your head for some time. Okay, maybe you move into a hotel for some time. Insurance is so wonderful in property. Do you know that even as a house owner, that for commercial purposes, you can insure the house that you own, that tenants live in there, for your own interest, and even insure the loss of rent should anything happen. The rent that you're supposed to earn from it, insurance can still carry that. If it takes you 1 year or 6 months to fix the house back, the rent for that 6 months, insurance can pay it. We call it loss of rents under a fire policy. So this insurance, we have every policy that a house owner or somebody who is into house development for commercial purpose can put in place and be comfortable in the long run. You just pay your premium, sit back and watch. Okay, insurance will come will do, because if nothing happens to me, nothing happens to your building, at the end of all, we have a good handshake, and at renewal, you still pay your premium. And that premium is for 1 year, a whole 12 months. The policy will pick you for that 2,500 naira for 1 million for a whole year. Okay? Federal government last year or 2 years ago, looked at section 64 and 65 of Insurance Act. I said, look, building under construction, they made it compulsory. Act of 2019 made it compulsory. But to what extent have people been obeying it? Because of that, there's a federal government committee that was established by the regulator to make sure that there's enforcement. Because you see a building collapsed in Ikoyi the other day, 18-story building, nothing happened. Workers died. What happened to them? What happened to their family? So a policy in place, even while the building is under construction, to take care of the liability, okay, that can happen to either the workers, passerby, around the damage to their property. That policy of building under construction takes care of those ones. And make sure.
How do you think that the government can be able to, have this? Because there's an act already, there's a law guiding that. But the thing is that it's not being, carried out. How do you think the government can make it compulsory for people building their houses for either commercial or for their own personal property?
To have.
Yes, to insure them.
It is just I'm aware that in Lagos State now, you cannot put up any building or get any approval to put up any building without having insurance. Because the state made it a policy. Especially after all those buildings collapsed here and there, they said, no, we can't take this anymore. There must be a policy in place for any building under construction. And it has been in operation for Lagos for over 2 years now. I'm also aware that Abuja may begin enforcement by January, by sometime next year or thereabout, where people who want to put up a building, you cannot get any approval now without you having the insurance, okay? And that is only where the government has come in. Our regulator, we're working very hard on this particular project, and I'm sure we are going to get it right. At least want to start Lagos, Abuja, then first they will now move to other states of the Federation where they can get other people to key in. So that all this issue of whenever there is a building collapse or there's a fire in a commercial building, people will just cry, and at the end of it, or nothing happens, will stop. So that insurance will come and play that very important role in the economic development of a community, because it is a fire waste if at the end of it all money is paid out for nothing to take. So money that you have used for other purposes, you now keep using it to build one house from time to time.
And then you're going to pay times or double.
Definitely.
You're going to spend double than
Hundreds
what you have
in
spent.
difference, yes.
Thank you so much for enlightening us. Hold your thoughts. We're going to go on a short break, and then when we come back, as an insurance broker, you're going to talk to us about what your organization has done as an individual, to create this awareness to the people out there, and you're also going to tell us the services that your insurance broker organization delivers to Nigerians. So viewer, let's go on a short break. We'll be back shortly.
Hey Africa, ready to crown the champions of housing? Time for Africa Housing Award. Who's got the best design, the greatest home, the most affordable spaces? You decide. Nominate your favorites and let's shine the spotlight on the best in African housing. Whether it's a big brand, a bold project, or a fresh idea, we want to hear from you. So go on, show some love. Nominate now. Head on to AfricaHousingAwards.com and nominate your picks today. Let's celebrate those changing the game in African housing.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Good Morning Africa show on Housing TV Africa. Still in the studio with my guest, Chijioke Nwafor, the MD, Crystal and Diamond Insurance Brokers Limited, and also the governing board member of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. We're still having the conversation about protecting your investments, the vital role of property insurance, which is very, very important. So Nwafor, please talk to us about your organization, which is the Crystal and Diamond Insurance Brokers Limited. How long have you been into the insurance business, and how have you been able to, create this awareness to Nigerians concerning insuring their properties?
Well, I think I will not. I want to speak on behalf of the over 500 brokers we have in Nigeria, rather than just singling out my own company to discuss. We have a body known as Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. They register all professional brokers in Nigeria. Our regulator, National Insurance Commission, will license you to operate.
Okay.
But the council will register you and also ensure that you abide by the ethics of the profession. Yes. We'll do something about our self-regulation. We'll make sure we have our committees. Should there be anybody who errs, the committee sit there. And we have our backing by a law of, I think, 2010 that set up the council. Now, what do we do generally, or how have we been able to help in the sensitization? We have what we call visibility project. Okay. We've been doing that for the past 4 or 5 years now, where we go out, radio and television stations. I have been opportune to, I think, talk on about 2 television stations in the last 1 year or thereabout. One at that of FICN was a network program where calls. We receive calls from all over. There are also some private TV stations also. And AIT even, we'll do that blog with AIT, where we have people come in, discuss and tell people about insurance, educate them. Because after this presentation to you now, the people out there will know that it is not expensive to insure their building. Because of this awareness, that is one. Also, we have started Catching Them Young program, where we go to secondary schools, have insurance clubs, where we have allow them do some debates. We sponsor some of them, some projects they have, and let us see whether we can, build it in these children. Maybe after they get back when they will not start the advocacy for it, telling their parents that there's need for them to. So we have also we visit organizations, telling them, people that we know that are not keen in insurance. We go there, book an appointment, educate them. We do that such program, and we've been for the very first time, our insurance council had our annual general meeting, and our conference at the State House here in Abuja, and invited the Abuja business community to come listen to us so that we'll talk to them about the need for them to insure. We've been doing a lot, and the National Insurance Commission have been complimenting us in that because the more we get people to insure, the better for our economy. The economy, insurance is a bulwark. Is one of the things that make you to remain in business, because whenever you have a loss and you look back and believe that okay, insurance is coming back, the business will continue to to thrive with insurance backing you up. So the regulator is doing all it can to make sure that the Nigerian community, the Nigeria as a nation, embrace insurance, and they've been doing very well. They've been doing wonderfully well in that direction.
Oh, that's a good news. That's a good news. So since we're still educating the viewer out there, let's look at the procedures, okay, one can take to ensure their properties are insured. How do they go about it?
Now, if you want to insure anything, just thank God that we are in a technology community now. Take up your phone, take up your laptop, just go to www.ncrib, Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, or even just go to Google insurance brokers in Nigeria. They will bring all of them. And you click on any one of them.
All the registered
insurance and approved insurance brokers. They're there. Alternatively, you can also log into the website of National Insurance Commission, NICOM, who actually license all insurance companies and brokers, and click under the brokers.
So they don't fall into the wrong hands.
No, so they don't fall into the wrong hands. We know quite well that but the wrong hand issue that we had some years back is gradually fading. Technology has assisted us, before you can see somebody buying an motor insurance, for example, that they will tell you that this one is fake. We've been trying as much as possible, have eliminated the chances of driving vehicle in Nigeria with a fake insurance now to very minimal distance, because there's a platform where all vehicles insured in Nigeria will be captured.
So is there any such thing as for property too as well?
We don't have that, because not yet, but based on the activities of Nigeria Insurance Association, now they are trying to expand their platform to include buildings that are buildings that are also insured. Yes. So if like policemen these days, most of the time don't even need to ask you your insurance. All they need to do is just look at your reg number, communicate with the platform. The platform will tell them whether that vehicle is insured or not. Yes, we have things like that in place, and very soon they will expand it to also include that of buildings, especially buildings in course of erection or building under construction. Okay,
so you're still giving us the procedures in which people can, go into insuring their properties. Sure. Yeah, you said first they log into the website.
I haven't identified the brokerage firm you want to use. Okay. You call them, because most of the brokers are also online there. You call them, then tell them what you want to insure. So either they come or they'll ask you the details of the building, which you can also supply them, giving them soft copy. They look at it and ask you of the value. Okay. Because you, who is the insured or a proposer, knows the value of your property. Okay? The financial value, not sentimental value.
I was going to ask.
Because there are some sentimental value that insurance does not take care of.
Okay.
You have a wedding band. Even if it is a local ring that is in your fingers there, you cannot sell it for anything, because it's a band. It's something. It's worth more than its face value. Insurance will not insure those sentimental value attached to it. Rather, they insure the real value, the financial value. So it is the financial value that you're bringing in. I have a small apartment, small house, that everybody in the family were so attached to it that even if you want to buy it, nobody wants to sell it to you, because we have, maybe because it belongs to my mother or so. That attachment doesn't concern an insurance man. So how much is it going to take me to put back this building should anything happen? So is that financial value of it that insurance takes care of? That you must place on it, yes.
Oh, that's a very good one. We've really had a very good conversation with Chijioke Nwafor, the MD Crystal and Diamond Insurance Brokers Limited, on protecting your investments, the vital role of property insurance. So as a professional, before we call it a wrap, kindly speak to Nigerians. Because we're also creating awareness.
Sure.
Speak to Nigerians concerning insuring their properties.
Okay, thank you, fellow Nigerians. I want to advise us that whatever that is worth having is worth insuring. And whatever that is worth insuring is best insured through a registered insurance broker. Insurance is not too expensive. If you want to try, can you equate it with the amount of loss that one will suffer should anything happen? And insurance brokers are there to make sure that you get the best cover at the least rate, the best price. Because the insurance brokers know the market, and we can always tell you, okay, with this particular market you can get it cheaper, or there are certain clauses that are going to make your policy to be more expensive. We say, okay, this might not actually work over here. So it is better that we insure them than looking for help when because everybody is facing it now. Nobody want to, even if you want to ask help from people that are very close to you, they are equally going through some one or two demands that they may not be able to attend to you. Then we don't want to break your relationship because we start saying, okay, this person didn't come to my help, to my aid when I needed them more. So you can actually help yourself for any future misfortune that you may have in your building, in your cars, anything of value to you. And that's just my advice to you. And you do that through a broker. And I assure you that we also have a platform. Should you have a claim and no one is attending to, you can go to our council, NCRIB, lodge your complaint that this broker, this so insured my land, we have a claim, is not doing anything. We first of all summon the broker and possibly suspend the broker immediately, and now come into your issue. The council will definitely give you somebody to help you process your genuine claim. We do that. We self-regulate ourselves and make sure that our council, members of our council, give service of value to their clients. We do that.
Thank you so much for creating this awareness today on the Good Morning Africa show. I hope Nigerians have, been able to understand the vital role in insuring their property. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
So on this note, we'll call it a wrap on the Good Morning Africa show. Thank you so much for watching. You can watch this episode and subsequent episodes by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. You can also follow Housing TV Africa on all social media platforms. Do not forget to download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to keep you informed wherever you go. I am Mimuna Bagudu. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.